Adam, obviously, the obvious question is, how are you finding your time as the first choice goalkeeper now that Stuart Moore has got injured? You've obviously got your chance.
Yeah, it's good. Gives you something to look forward to after a tough week of training, and just a shame it's come under unfortunate circumstances with Stu's injury.
How well do you think you've played?
Yeah, done decent. Considering I've not played in a while, it's not as easy as people think. Just a quick transition and everything's flying. You know, it'll take a few weeks to get up and running fully again, and I think I've stepped in okay.
Yeah, as a goalkeeper, what do you have to make sure you do to make sure you're ready when the chance comes?
It's just playing games and just being ready. You know, you can train as hard as you want, but sometimes it's quite hard to replicate the match moments, what actually happened. And yeah, I think it's just playing games again and getting back into the swing of things.
Did you envisage this sort of thing happening? Because in the summer, obviously, at the end of the season, you were released initially, weren't you? You were on the list of players released, and then you signed a new contract. So was there a bit of uncertainty in the summer?
Not really, you know. Obviously, we had our meetings at the end of last season, and the situation, what happened, and just completely forgot about it. To be honest, went away, enjoyed my time away, tried to actually enjoy a summer without worrying for once where I'm going to be. And you know, I seen something online that they were able to offer contracts out, so that's when I got in contact with the manager, and yeah, we got it sorted.
Would there have been other options for you had that contract not been forthcoming?
Well, I never really thought about it, to be honest. I enjoyed my time here, and as soon as I seen that online, I messaged the gaffer, and that was it. I didn't speak to anyone else. It was nice just to get away from football and enjoy my holiday for once. And you know, when I seen that, that's when it come around.
Did it feel like a fresh start for you then this season?
You could say that, yeah, but yeah, you could. Different new season, different challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you're doing well as a club? I mean, 7th in the table, you've only lost 5 times in the league all season. It's pretty decent, isn't it, after relegation to have got to that point?
It is, yeah. I think we're in a good position. We've got a really good group of lads, and long may it continue. You know, the manager's put a good squad together that's hopefully going to be competing at the right end of the league.
And you're obviously enjoying being here, but you're still living in the northeast, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Well, I'm in between, really. I stay down a few nights of the week when I do the coaching. So, yeah.
It's not a bad drive, is it, really?
Nah, perfect. Love it.
Derek Adams, every player that I've spoken to here has got really high praise for him. What is he like to work for, and how would you describe him as a leader?
Yeah, he's good. You know, I've been around football a long time, and I've never actually signed for a manager again. Like re-signed with a manager, and I've signed with our gaffer twice. So that says a lot about what I think of him and the way he works.
Were you already sort of tuned into what he wants before you got this opportunity to start in the team?
Yeah, you know, I've been here two and a bit years now. I know exactly how he works and what he wants from his teams, and yeah, could only put us in good stead.
What's the atmosphere like in the group? There's a mix of young and old players, isn't there?
There is. It's a good mix, to be fair. Obviously me or Stu, and then we've got the back two and Jan, like Stokesy, all like experience in the positions, and then the nice attacking young flary players up front. And
obviously with your situation and the goalkeeping situation with Stuart Moore out injured, George Pedley has come onto the bench as a young goalkeeper. How much can you help him? Because that's obviously a great experience for him as a teenager.
It is, yeah. When I was in George's position, you don't quite take it in when you're that age. So you just got to enjoy every moment, and you never know.
Yeah. What would be your biggest piece of advice now, at the age you're at, to a teenage goalkeeper like him?
What I would say is, don't get too flustered on mistakes. You're a goalkeeper, you're going to make mistakes. That happens. You watch Match of the Day, the Football League show, mistakes happen. It's just how you bounce back and crack on with it.
Yeah, how do you yourself deal with a mistake as a goalkeeper? Because like you said, they are highlighted on the television at the top level, aren't they, when a goalkeeper makes a mistake, or if a goalkeeper's not in form. an outfield player can make a mistake and it go unnoticed, but goalkeepers, it's highlighted, isn't it?
Yeah, as I've got older, I think I've dealt with it a bit better. One person's coach has told me, look, like I said, you're always going to make mistakes. You're never not going to make them. Unfortunately, that's the way in life and as a goalkeeper in general. So it's just how you bounce back and your character to deal with them.
Do you put them out of your mind?
You've got to as soon as possible. You can't dwell on them too much. Learn from them and move on.
You've got to focus on the good things you do as well. When you
Exactly.
make a good save, you got to think about that and I can do that again.
Yeah, everyone likes to put goalkeepers down.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're in a position where, like you say, every mistake is probably going to be a goal unless you get away with it somehow. But yeah, you've got to focus on the good things.
The role of a goalkeeper has changed across the board, hasn't it? In recent times, it's not playing out from the back. You've got to be good with your feet. Is that something you've had to develop in your time?
Yeah, I've picked up different things from different clubs I've been at. Obviously, when I was at Forest Green, the manager was very focused on playing out. So I think that's where I've picked that up from, and I've just benefited from it being out.
And you feel really in tune with the defenders that are in front of you now?
Yeah, I've obviously played with Badu, Faz, even Max, Stokesy. I've played with a lot of them before. Tends to be the case when you get old and you've played at a few clubs.
And you must feel that trust in you from them as well.
Yeah, definitely, and it's only going to build the more we play together.
Obviously, the team's in a good position in the league. You've got a football league trophy game to play. To go to Blackpool is quite a good thing, isn't it? Exciting for you.
Yeah, any game's exciting. Wherever we go, it's playing games. It's what we want to do.
But against players from a higher level who've played in the Championship, in the non-too distant future last season, that can only help your development, can't it? Or they certainly can help the development of the younger players.
100%. Blackpool are a good team. They are in the league what they're in for a reason, and it'll be a tough test and one that we'll look forward to.
I know it's a long way off yet, but obviously in this competition, Wembley and playing at Wembley in a final for a trophy is an incentive. Have you been played at Wembley?
Yeah, 2011, I think, playoff final, Cambridge Gateshead.
Right. Yeah, I was looking into that before whether you'd not played, but it's a great incentive for you guys.
It is, yeah.
It
is. It's a great experience. Not many can say they've played at Wembley, and it's probably what some young lads look at to benefit from.
Get money for your old phone, MazumaMobile.com.